on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. 9-6 Minnesota Vikings are playing on the road. A win in this game clinches a playoff spot for the Vikes. And with the Cardinals entering the contest with a record of 3-12, it looks like Minnesota is headed back to the postseason. The ball is placed at the 28-yard line, but with the Cardinals down by 5 and under 10 seconds remaining, a field goal does them no good here. As such, it's up to quarterback Josh McCown to heave up a Hail Mary for the incredible comeback win. But a lot is happening here. In fact, there was a lot of drama coming into this moment. The mere fact that the Cardinals still have a chance to win the game is practically unbelievable. Before we find out what happens next, we need to understand where both teams currently stand. Nothing is ever simple in football, especially when it comes to a Hail Mary attempt. Win or lose, it's coming down to the last play for both teams, and for that, we need to rewind. The Vikings have a decent record at 9-6, but for Vikings fans who remember the 2003 season, they should have a lot more wins. Minnesota was once undefeated this season. Impressively, the Vikings won their first 6 games. But things started to unravel quickly for the Vikes. After a red-hot start to the year, Minnesota dumped its next 4 in the toilet. Even more embarrassingly, only one of those 4 straight defeats was by less than 10 points. While it didn't seem to be a big deal at the time, loss number 2 of the 4-game losing streak was a critical 3-point defeat at the hands of the Green Bay Packers. This was huge because the Vikings outlasted the Packers 30-25 during Week 1. If the Vikings had won during Week 9 against the Packers, they would have owned the head-to-head tiebreaker for the NFC North Division. This means that the Vikings wouldn't need to win on the road in Week 17. But the Vikings couldn't take care of business, and the losing continued into Week 12. From 6-0 to now 6-4, now the Vikings are 9-6. And if they could have just outlasted the Bears a couple of weeks ago, they'd be in the playoffs. Instead, Charles "Peanut" Tillman made the signature play of his underrated career as he overpowered Randy Moss in the end zone. And now, the Vikings need a win today to clinch their postseason tickets. Both the Packers and the Vikings were 9-6 coming into Week 17, so the Vikings need a win or a Packers loss to win the division. The old saying, every game matters in football, definitely stood the test of time for the Vikings in 2003. Still, going from 6-0 to 9-6 is technically a collapse. And this was supposed to be a new era of Vikings football, and with Mike Tice as the head coach. Gone were the days of Dennis Green's Vikings blowing playoff leads or getting dominated in the tournament. Green's Vikings went 15-1 during the 1998 regular season, but they couldn't finish the deal as the Dirty Birds Atlanta Falcons upset them at the Metrodome during the NFC Championship game. Didn't Green know the Dirty Birds, who he thought they were, but he still left them off the hook?
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
A primarily running team led by Jamal Anderson, the Falcons took advantage of a late missed field goal by Gary Anderson and then won in overtime. A crushing blow for the Vikings in 1998, but they were still good enough to get another bite at the Lombardi Trophy apple in 1999. The Vikings' offense was still as dominant as ever in 1999. While the greatest show on turf, St. Louis Rams, were the only team in the NFL with over 6,400 total yards. The Vikings still finished in top 5 in total yards at just under 5,800. However, turnovers were problematic for Minnesota in 1999. They turned the ball almost 19% of the time when they drove down the field. With Randall Cunningham struggling at QB the year before, Y2K, Green made a quarterback change and gave the keys of the offense to journeyman Jeff George. George was a former number 1 overall draft pick, and he looked the part of a franchise quarterback in 1999. His Vikings went 8-2 with him as the starting quarterback, with the Vikings earning a spot in the wild card round. They easily took care of the aging Dallas Cowboys 27-10 as the Vikings advanced to the divisional round against Kurt Warner's Rams. George was excellent on this day, but incredibly his 4 touchdown passes weren't nearly enough to outlast the Rams. A terrible day for the Vikings on defense as the Vikes gave up 49 points and 5 touchdown passes to the future Hall of Famer in Warner. If the Vikings' defense had just been moderately respectable, they probably would have advanced to the NFC title game. Jeff George finished with 423 yards passing on 29 completions, but he also had 21 incompletions. The Vikings originally trailed 49-17, so to be fair, some of George's completions came during garbage time. In 2000, the Vikings truly believed the third time would be the charm. Choosing not to retain George or Cunningham, President Gary Woods saw enough in Dante Culpepper to allow him to be the full-time starter in 2000. Even though he didn't play a single snap the previous year, the 2000 season would be Culpepper's first year as the starter and his rookie season altogether. It turned out to be a great decision as Culpepper's Vikings won 11 games in the NFC Central Division. However, the Vikings lost their last 3 regular season games, allowing the New York Giants to clinch home field advantage for the playoffs. Whether playing in the Meadowlands was the key difference maker for the Vikings is debatable, but whatever the reason, the Vikings offense looked lost and bewildered during the NFC Championship game. A 41-0 shellacking in East Rutherford, New Jersey saw Jim Fossil's Giants play on Super Bowl Sunday and the Vikings crumble in yet another embarrassing playoff defeat. This is by far the worst of the 3 consecutive playoff losses during the Dennis Green tenure, and it begged the question, if not now, when would the Vikings finally get over the hump and back to the Super Bowl? A losing record in 2001 saw the Vikings gamble and terminate the consistent winner in Green. In came his assistant in Mike Tice, and the 2003 Men in Purple were once again contenders during Tice's second year in Minneapolis. But, as was the case under Green, this Vikings core always chokes when the stage is fully lit. And here we go again. From an 11-2 start to an 11-5 finish, the 2000 Vikings blew a chance at having the Super Bowl go through the Metronome. And in 2003, the Vikings went from undefeated to being on the cusp of not even participating in the NFL tournament. Even if the Vikings don't allow the game-winning touchdown pass, the mere fact that they have to hold on against the 3-12 Cardinals is pretty darn head-scratching. But do the Cardinals have some individually talented players on offense? In 2 words, not really. While it's true that Anquan Boldin was on this team, the rest of the roster was very underwhelming to say the least. Boldin was a rookie in 2003, and the rest of his wide receiving teammates just weren't going to get the Cardinals over the top. Neither quarterback, Jeff Blake or Josh McCown, trusted any other wide receiver besides the former second-round draft pick. Consider this, Boldin was targeted 165 times in 2003. No receiver received more than 89 targets. The little-known Nathan Poole finished with just 19 targets this season, but he was the go-to receiver on this version of any given Sunday. Boldin wasn't his normal self against the Vikes, as he has just 5 receptions for 27 yards coming into this play. However, Poole was up to the task and caught all but one of his targeted throws for 58 yards. Considering that Poole finished the year with 177 total receiving yards, it's safe to say he was having the game of his season. Almost 39% of his total season production occurred today in the season finale. The Cardinals led 6-0 at halftime thanks to 2 successful field goals from Neil Rackers. But the Vikings scored 2 touchdowns in the second half, and now the Vikes lead 17-6 with under 7 minutes to go thanks to Aaron Elling's field goal. Can the Cardinals, led by McCown, score twice in 6 minutes and 48 seconds? Insert McCown. Week 17 of 2003 is just his 3rd career start in the NFL, but he's definitely improved from last year's rookie campaign. In the 2 games that he played during the 2002 season, he completed less than 40%. The 9-6 Minnesota Vikings are playing on the road. A win in this game clinches a playoff spot for the Vikes. And with the Cardinals entering the contest with a record of 3-12, quarterback though, and after losing in the Week 15 start in the NFL, but he's definitely improved from last year's rookie campaign. In the 2 games that he played during the 2002 season, he completed less than 40% of his passes and finished with a pedestrian quarterback rating of 10.2. But the Cardinals had nothing to lose after being 7 games under 500 when they entered Week 14. With his team now in the double-digit loss category, head coach Dave McGinnis gave McCown a chance by starting him in Week 15 over the veteran Jeff Blake. Despite a sack rate of under 5%, Blake's completion percentage of 56.7 this season wasn't enough to keep his job, and with the team at 3-10, it was probably time to start the young pup anyway. The Cardinals needed more than just a quarterback, though, and after losing in Week 15 and 16, Cardinals fans were thinking of a new regime and a new signal caller. The 2004 NFL Draft saw Ole Miss quarterback Eli Manning rising up the draft boards, and if the Cards and Chargers win today, Arizona would obtain the number 1 overall draft pick. The Cards were so bad in 2003 that they only won a single game in division play. But losing on purpose, aka tanking, wasn't the intended goal for Arizona late in the season. They just really stink. A team that was once 3-5 is now in danger of finishing the year with 8 consecutive losses. And for Cardinals fans, they've seen enough of Josh McCown to be happy with Eli Manning as the franchise's number 1 draft pick come April. However, McCown showed signs of promise on the drive following Minnesota's field goal. Needing a touchdown to make things interesting, McGinnis had no choice but to go for it on 4th and 6 at their own 44-yard line. Mr. Consistent Anquan Bolden made a huge catch, and his dive at the chains was enough to create a new set of downs for the home team. However, with only 1 timeout left, the Cards still had to recover the onside kick. The Vikings knew this, so they played conservatively on defense and forced the Cardinals to kill the clock with dumps and dunk passing plays. A couple of costly penalties by the Vikes allowed the Cards to keep the drive alive. Even so, McCown's touchdown pass in the red zone happened with just 1 minute 54 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Even if the Cards convert on the 2-point attempt, they still have to have a successful onside kick. It was still a big 2-point conversion attempt, and just like it's been the case their last 7 games, the Cards couldn't make a big play in crunch time. McCown dumped it off to Emmitt Smith, but E.J. Henderson greeted him in the flat for a huge open field tackle. Even if the Cards get the onside kick, they need a touchdown to win it. The Cards haven't recovered an onside kick all year, but this is also a Vikings franchise who has crumbled late in ball games the last 5 years. And wouldn't you know it, when all they needed to do was catch a kick 10 yards away from the tee, they buttered-fingered it and gave the Cards new hope. Even so, the Vikings had a 73% winning probability due to the Cards having an unproven QB and a talent-devoid roster. But Vikings cornerback Denard Walker got beat by Cardinals wideout Brian Johnson and was forced to hold him for a killer penalty. Even on defense, the Vikings can't get out of their own way. Remember, though, the Cardinals need 6 points to win. A field goal does them no good here, so the Vikings can still play a little conservative as long as the Cards don't go out of bounds to stop the clock. McCown led his offenses close to the 9-yard line, but the Vikings defense finally showed up with a big play. McCown took a sack at the worst time, forcing them to call his team's last timeout at the Vikings' 17-yard line. McGinnis is most likely getting fired on Black Monday for a lot of different reasons, but his clock management skills were also very poor. The Cards had to call a very dumb timeout early in the fourth quarter. As such, if McCown takes another sack, the Cards have to hustle to get the fourth down play in before the clock runs out. And wouldn't you know it, back-to-back sacks by the Vikings, this time by Lance Johnstone, forced the Cardinals into a 28-yard Hail Mary attempt. The Cards are lucky to have another chance as McCown got stripped, but Reggie Wells was Johnny on the spot with the fumble recovery. But McCown can't stop the clock, so after Johnstone sent him to the grass, the offense had to quickly get set and lined up. This is tough to do as the offensive line has to give McCown enough time to set his feet and deliver a strike into the end zone. Now, before we look at the final play, we have to acknowledge the year is 2003. During this time, the NFL allowed the most controversial rule outside of the infamous tuck rule. Until the 2008 season, the NFL allowed what was simply known as the force-out rule. Here is a full iteration of the rule. According to this procedure, the nearest official could subjectively determine if the receiver would have had 2 feet in bounds if not for a push-out by the defender. In essence, if the receiver had the second foot in bounds but was forced out while making the catch would count and the touchdown would be awarded. This is big because any receiver with great size can position themselves in a prime position for the force-out rule to take effect. Bolden would obviously be the intended target on such a play.
Gonna get that on the huddle cam.
Good evening and welcome to Benet Academy. Before tonight's contest, we'd like to take a few moments to recognize the senior members of our girls basketball program along with their
Every
parents.
like 10 seconds of this
These seniors have been elite members of our girls basketball program over the last 4 years. This season, they have helped the team to a 21-2 record in their tonight's contest, including several #1 state rankings and numerous polls. The seniors are to be commended not only for their dedication to Benet Academy girls basketball program, but also their dedication and hard work in the classroom and their community, setting a standard for years to come. Members of the Benet Academy faculty and staff congratulate you on everything you've accomplished throughout your high school careers and wish you nothing but the very best over these next few weeks as you conclude your season. Before we bring out our Benet Academy seniors, we'd also like to recognize one senior on the Marian Central Catholic team. We give a round of applause to senior Abby Todd. After your names are called, please join Mr. Billy Myers, Mr. Steve Park, Mr. Joe Kilbride, Krista Peterson, Kelsey Coulter, John McAdams, and Senator Cork at the direction of our athletic director, Scott Lawler. Our first athlete to be recognized has been a 2-year varsity member of the Lady Red Wings. Let's welcome to the court, Emma Webb, and her parents, Cole and Cole. And the undecided on college education, there are 52 majors in East College in exercise science. Our next senior has been a 2-year varsity member for the Lady Red Wings. Let's welcome to the court, Maddie McAndrew. And her parents, Cindy and Mark. We've also understood on the conversation, but we're looking to enter their business for engineering. Our next senior has been a 3-year varsity member for the Lady Red Wings. Let's welcome to the court, Olympia Kokinis. Her parents, Sia and Tim. Olympia will be continuing her college basketball career at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. She's undecided on a major at this time. Our next senior has been a 2-year varsity member of the Lady Red Wings. Let's welcome to the court, Margaret Temple. Her parents, Shirley and Greg. Margaret is also undecided on college education with a looking to major in business. Our next senior has been a 2-year varsity member for the Lady Red Wings. Let's welcome to the court, Tiolawani Akubanjo. Her parents, Borla and Ali Sagu. Our final senior has been a 4-year varsity member of the Lady Red Wings. Let's welcome to the court, Morgan Demos. And her parents, Sarah and Harry. Morgan will continue her basketball career at the United States Naval Academy, undecided on a major at this time. Our seniors aren't done leading just yet. After tonight's contest, they still have a couple more contests remaining, including a game Friday night at Maris, along with the East Suburban Catholic Conference Tournament set to begin on January 31st. They also have one last home contest on February 9th versus Montini. Benet will also be hosting the IHSA Regionals beginning February 15th to hopefully kick off another long postseason run. We hope to see the Red Wing faithful here in the stands once again. Let's give a big round of applause to our Benet Academy Lady Red Wing seniors and their parents.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Hey, this is Sarah Greenfalk, owner of PsychEdge. How would you like to learn how to manage your emotions and reactions in order to enhance your performance and be successful in life? I coach and counsel student athletes, performers, and professionals, giving them the mental skills and mindsets to build confidence and resilience. My background in physical therapy, massage therapy, personal training, and 15 years of counseling give my clients an advantage. So if you are wanting to be recruited, perform better, or struggling with life balance, anxiety, or depression symptoms, I will stand by you until we reach your goals. Contact me today, sarah@aimtogrow.com, and be sure to visit my website, psychedge.club, for your monthly blog on mental health, sport, and performance psychology tips.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Good evening and welcome to Benet Academy tonight's East Suburban Catholic Conference Contest. Tonight's going to be a play between the Hurricanes, Marian Central Catholic, her own Benet Academy Lady Red Wings. Tonight's game to be a play according to the rules and regulations of the Illinois High School Association and Benet Academy. We ask that all attending conduct themselves in a manner of good sportsmanship both on the court and in the stands. We ask to respect the coaches, the athletes, and spectators, see their own view of the goals made by our officials. In other words, take responsibility for our actions, help make this a pleasant evening for everyone. Remember, support a winning attitude at all times. This time we ask you to please rise, raise the flag, and join in the playing of our national anthem. This time, the starters for tonight's contest. First, the visitors from Marian Central Catholic. Wearing number 12, Madison Kenyon. Number 14, Abby Miner. Number 15, Michaela Johnson. Number 22, Ella Notaro. And number 33, Abby Ty. Number coach Ellie Brown, assistant John Schwabach, and Wait. And now let's get started for your Benet Academy Lady Red Wings. Number 1, Emma Webb. Number 16, number 11, Annie McAndrew. Fitzgerald.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Doesn't look too happy on that cutout. Why don't you grab his wing?
Going to come out from 11, Marian, the first team.
There's going to be teams like Cardinal Catholic that are going to have big size. You got to find a way to get them on start.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact
Hurricanes Common 34, Juliet Huff, number 16 first. Shooting two-shot win again to Wani Akunjo. Returning to 12, Kennedy Central, Emmy Todd.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Fergie is about 13, Mr. Jack. Number 13 seconds. Return Benet again from the temple.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Officials stand up.
Hey, this is Sarah Greenfalk, owner of PsychEdge. How would you like to learn how to manage your emotions and reactions in order to enhance your performance and be successful in life? I coach and counsel student athletes, performers, and professionals, giving them the mental skills and mindsets to build confidence and resilience. My background in physical therapy, massage therapy, personal training, and 15 years of counseling give my clients an advantage. So if you are wanting to be recruited, perform better, or struggling with life balance, anxiety, or depression symptoms, I will stand by you until we reach your goals. Contact me today, sarah@aimtogrow.com, and be sure to visit my website, psychedge.club, for your monthly blog on mental health, sport, and performance psychology tips.
Marian, 22, number is Steve Third. Tournament Hurricanes number 14, Anthony Minor.
Hey, this is Sarah Greenfalk here of Psych Edge. Do you want to learn how to improve your performance, improve your confidence, improve your resilience? Coming this fall, Psych Edge is releasing 5 workshop classes that will give you the skills to accomplish your goals with increased confidence and resilience. This is your opportunity to learn all the main psychological pieces of mental training in one place, plus the process I've developed to build these skills. Go to my website, psychedge.club, and sign up for my monthly blog emails, which will include the updates on the class release.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world. You probably know the underdog story of Kurt Warner. The future leader of the greatest show on turf was a former grocery store bagger who played his college ball at the University of Northern Iowa. He finished his career in 1993. He went undrafted, and he had to continue his career by slinging the pigskin in the Arena Football League in NFL Europe. He was absolutely dominant in both leagues, leading him to catching the eye of the St. Louis Rams. The Rams signed the ageless rookie, where he spent the 1998 season as the team's third-string quarterback. What you might not know is that another team from a certain Illinois city liked Warner's play in Iowa and wanted him to try out for the franchise. Yes, that's correct. The gunslinger of the greatest show on turf could have easily been leading the offensive version of the Monsters of the Midway. According to the legendary Barstool Sports podcast Pardon My Take, Warner admits that the Chicago Bears called him up.
So the Bears called me and said, hey, we want to bring you in for a workout. And I am like, anytime, any place, I am in, I'm coming.
This was during his Arena Football League prime with the Iowa Barnstormers, so it was going to be a short flight from Cedar Rapids to Chicago. It was going to be a Friday workout at Hallis Hall in Lake Forest. However, the flaky Warner forgot about a very minor detail. His fiancée and current wife, Brenda, reminded the Bears management that he had some fairly important weekend plans. They were getting married that weekend. The Bears, of course, understood that he couldn't bail out on his wedding plans for just a workout, so Michael McCaskey in Chicago decided to schedule the workout the next week. However, Warner forgot about the Jamaica honeymoon that week, so he had to call the Bears back yet again to reschedule.
Again, she gives me the look, and I'm like, now what? We're going on our honeymoon next week. Yes, we are going on our honeymoon next week. I had to call the Bears back a second time and tell them, okay, sorry, screwed up. But any other time, I promise you, I am in to work out.
To play devil's advocate, it was irritating that Warner had to reschedule the workout on 2 different occasions. That being said, it wasn't as if he was blowing off the Bears. His excuses were very valid reasons. As fun as it is playing in the NFL, family comes first. What happened next can probably be attributed to the curse of the Chicago Bears quarterbacks. As if the football gods hate Chicago enough, an unknown bug took a bite out of Warner's right elbow. His elbow got swollen to the size of a grapefruit. To this day, Warner still doesn't know if it was a bug or a spider. The doctors say it was maybe a centipede or a spider.
The night before we left, we were in Jamaica. The night before we left our honeymoon, I woke up the next morning and my throwing elbow was swollen about the size of a grapefruit. And, to this day, we still don't know what it was that bit me. They said maybe a centipede or a spider. They really don't know.
Anyway, the Bears heard enough from the former NFL Europe star. This was Warner's third excuse not to show up for a mandatory workout, and although his 3 excuses were all valid, the Bears felt confident in their current quarterback situation not to give Warner a 4th chance. The old saying goes, 3rd time's the charm, but for the Bears, the 4th time might have been the charm. According to the future Hall of Fame quarterback, the Bears hung up and never called him back. 2 weeks later, the Rams had a need for a 3rd-string quarterback and worked him out. He passed the workout with flying colors. In 1999, Trent Green tore his ACL during the preseason, and the little-known backup in Kurt Warner ended up leading the 1999 St. Louis Rams to a Super Bowl victory by winning Super Bowl MVP. Since his infamous bug bite, Warner played in 3 Super Bowls, winning one of them. He won 2 MVP awards. Also, according to us at Sports Broadcast Solutions, we consider him the best quarterback in both Rams and Cardinals franchise history. You can watch that video both above and in the comments section below. How did the 1998 and 1999 seasons go for the Bears? As you would expect, not so great. Moses Moreno was the Bears' 3rd-string quarterback in place of Warner for the 1998 season. The Bears had so many injuries in 1998 that Moreno actually started a game that season. If not for a villainous bug, Bears fans would have theoretically seen the 3rd-string Warner do his thing out on the gridiron. In 1999, the Bears selected future quarterback bust Cade McNown with the number 12 overall draft pick. McNown was one of the worst quarterbacks in Bears history. During his rookie season in 1999, he completed just 54% of his passes. It just makes you wonder, would the Bears have made it to the Super Bowl in 1999 and 2001 if Warner was their starting quarterback? Probably not, since the Rams also had Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, and Ricky Proehl at wide receiver. Incredibly, Proehl could have been Warner's teammate with the Bears, but Chicago let Ricky walk in free agency after the 1997 season ended. Proehl was on the Rams during their Super Bowl runs in 1999 and 2001. What makes this story even more interesting is the Cleveland Browns could have acquired Warner during the 1999 expansion draft. The Rams made him available to be drafted since they put all of their trust in Trent Green. However, the new Browns just didn't see enough in Warner's game film to try him out as a backup quarterback. I guess that they really liked Tim Couch. Since making their very dumb decision in 1998, the Bears have still never had a quarterback throw for at least 4,000 yards in a season. The Browns, who became an expansion franchise in 1999, have won only 1 playoff game. They've only played in 3 total playoff games since passing on Kurt Warner. By the way, Tim Couch didn't start in any of those 3 playoff games. The best quarterback in Bears history since 1998 is arguably Jay Cutler. Although Cutler won just 1 playoff game, Cutler's playoff win came against the Seahawks, who had a record of 8-9 coming into the divisional round. As for the Browns, the jury is still out on Baker Mayfield. Are the Browns and Bears cursed when it comes to finding a quarterback? Absolutely not. But it is kind of funny how a spider inadvertently led to the Rams becoming the greatest show on turf. Along came a spider. For Morgan Freeman, it led to another paycheck in his legendary film career. For the Bears, it disallowed them from becoming a dynamic offense. Make sure to subscribe below and don't miss another Sports Broadcast Solutions video.
They gotta get even more creative with it. It's gotta be 3-point jumper. Box out.
Hurricane found in the time. Her first team first. 32 shot winner to Kevin, Maddie Andrew. Everybody look at number 11, Gary Johnson. Timeout, Benet again. Third, 30-second timeout.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Madison Henry. Return Benet got it over Demos. Step the line. Second job by Madison Henry. Shooting one shot, also returning to 13 Lucy. Thank you. Madison Henry. Then get the final one in the left. The official was back out. Returning to the back to the captain.
Hey, this is Sarah Greenfalk here of Psych Edge. Do you want to learn how to improve your performance, improve your confidence, improve your resilience? Coming this fall, Psych Edge is releasing 5 workshop classes that will give you the skills to accomplish your goals with increased confidence and resilience. This is your opportunity to learn all the main psychological pieces of mental training in one place, plus the process I've developed to build these skills. Go to my website, psychedge.club, and sign up for my monthly blog emails, which will include the updates on the class release. Benet getting foul number 11, Andrew second, Keith third.
Football possession stays with the Hurricanes. Trey Bennett getting the 20 to the Torpedoes. Aaron Trevor, 34, Juliet Huff, 20, Adriana Rock. Also returning at 33, and Todd. Hurricanes finals are 13. Lucy Ivey, her second, team second. 22 yards to 1. Touchdown. Entered by the captain, number 3, Kelly Beck. Number 1, Kimbo Sheridan. Number 2, David Sherback. Number 15, Karen Earl. Number 23, Allison Tracy. Benet had a run number 23, Allison Tracy, her first team forward. 22 shots, Madison. Okay. But again, down to 21, Sheridan, her first team fifth. 22 shots. Madison. Okay. Second final 20 in a round, first team third. Time out to Benet together. Betting pound number 23, Allison Tracy. Her second, team 6. Timeout. Hurricane 4.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Hurricane number 2 on the tile.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Step line, Benet again, shooting 2 shots. 23, Tracy. Benet again, foul, number 21. Kendall Sheridan, her second, team 7. Shooting 1 bonus for the Hurricanes, Michaela Johnson. Benet again, foul, number 21, Kendall Sheridan. Her third, team 8. Shooting 2 shots, Michaela Johnson. Entering for the Hurricanes, 21, Caroline Connor, 25, and Ruffy. For 30, Elliot Wade. For 13, Lucy Knight. Also entering for 11, Terry Johnson. Benet again, Tracy. Benet again, foul, 13, Sadie Scribbins. Her first, team 9. Step line for Marian Central Catholic, shooting 1 bonus. Lucy Hayden. Friday night at Benet. And the return home.